So, hello everyone. Good evening to all. Just confirm me once that my voice is audible and this PDF file is visible to you. Okay, sir. Thank you for your response in the chat box. So, how are you? Today, we all are going to cover a discussion on a very important, very special subject, very special topic. Okay, this is something new, something unique. We are not going to read any provision of law, any section. We'll just try to learn something new. We'll just try to uh, learn something important. Okay, yes, this session is live on YouTube as well as the same is available on the Zoom platform. Okay, so you may share the link with your other professional friends. Sir, we have 5 days special series. Okay, in these 5 days we'll cover 5 important topics. Like today we are covering how to close the financial year. We'll also cover certain other important topics like IMS, invoice management system, completely in a different way. We'll also cover the 128A, that is MNST scheme, the practical, completely in a different way. We'll also cover the linkage between the income tax and the linkage between the GST in completely a different way. We'll also cover related to the topic growth of the practices, and that will also be in a unique and different way. So these are the 5 topics which we are going to cover in 5 days series. Okay, so today is our day number 1, in which we'll cover the topic how to close the financial year from GST perspective. And sir, these notes are also handwritten notes. Okay, and I can say these are not notes. We have covered the complete topic through the questions. I will take the questions one by one and we'll discuss the complete content of the things. Okay, so this session is going to be a practical session. Mode of communication will be English only. A certain example may be in Hindi, so I will convert the same into English for your comfort. Sir, if possible for you, then just do one thing. Take one pen and paper with you so that you can make certain notes of the things. Okay, for your quick reference, for your future references, and try to make the notes in a practical way. Okay, we'll guide you how you can make the notes in a practical way. Also, this PDF file will be shared with you on your registered mail ID. Sir, you can increase your sound. I think my sound is okay for everyone. Just wait. Now it is fine. I think now it is better. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So, sir, first question. Have you attended the memory techniques session? Have you attended the memory techniques workshop? How it was? With regards to this topic is just like that. We'll cover the practical things of the specific subject, that is financial year and closing perspective. Okay, so just keep one pen and paper with you so that we can discuss something, and also try to make this session interactive. So if you have any question, any doubt, any queries, you can easily write the same in the chat box, and also you can raise your hand so that I will give you the permission to speak the questions. Otherwise, you just need to ask the queries through the chat box so that we can conduct this session in a very smooth way. Also, sir, I know this is the evening time, so I will not take your much more time. We'll conclude the session in next 40 to 45 minutes. So be there in the Zoom. Also, we have crossed the limit of Zoom, so others can join through the YouTube platform as well. So let's start our discussion on this. Sir, we'll cover in 45 minutes. Also, we'll cover the complete content in a simplified way. So don't think for 1 hour and 2 hour. We'll cover in a practical way. Okay. Now, sir, try to understand the things practically. That, sir, your question may be that, sir, you are asking that closing of the financial year, then why there is requirement to discuss the same now? Because we have a timeline in GST. From GST perspective regarding financial year 2024-25, I can make the adjustment till 30th November or annual return filing date, whichever is earlier. So why there is requirement to discuss this topic now? Why we need to take care of these things at the time of filing of our March month return? What is the importance of the closure? So, sir, as we all know, the due date to file the income tax audit report is 30th September. Okay. And certain clients we have, those are not liable for the income tax audit. So the income tax return filing due date is 31st July, as we all know. Okay. And if I want to make any adjustment in my books of accounts from that perspective, or if I want to make any adjustment in my accounting entries, in that case, I just need to make the adjustment now in March month itself. Also, sir, if you are planning to make the adjustment during the subsequent period, that is while filing the annual return or before 30th November or while filing the October month GSTR 3B or GSTR 1 return, in that case, there may be chances that you skip something. And if you will give the effect in GSTR 9 or 9C, in that case, you will not be eligible to avail any benefits. And also, if you will prepare the reconciliation now, if you will prepare your closing statement now while filing your March month return, in that case, if you skip something, in that case also you have a sufficient amount of time. You can adjust the same in April, in May, in June month. And also, while filing the income tax audit report, you can easily submit the data on the income tax portal while doing the income tax audit, while filing the income tax return, because if your client is registered under GST, then complete reconciliations will be part of your income tax report. And also you need to submit multiple things with this income tax audit report. Very near future, we are coming with a specific session in which we'll discuss what the things you need to keep in your mind while doing the income tax audit. But the maximum portion will cover in our today's session itself. So these are the importance of the closing in March month itself. Okay, so we need to prepare the relevant reconciliations, we need to prepare the relevant calculations, we need to prepare the relevant working papers in the March month itself. And sir, important thing, I am not saying you that you should prepare these things yourself. You can assign certain things your client, the accountant of your client, the office staff. You can assign the work, because if you are going to do these things at the time of your annual return or at the time of audit, in that case it will take time, or at that time you have a lot of works already in your hand. So you just need to prepare yourself in this way. Last year also we have conducted this type of session and we have received a very good response. Hence this time we are coming with this specific session. Okay, so now I have certain questions and we'll discuss on these questions, and through the discussion on these questions we'll cover our complete content of our today's session. Okay, and I request everyone, just do one thing, sir, be here till the last moment of the session. Definitely each and every question is very important and we'll discuss the practical part only. Today I am not going to discuss any theoretical provision. Okay, sir? So are you ready? Are you excited to know something different? Yes, YouTube. Also, we have multiple participants on YouTube. They can also comment in the chat box. Now, first question, what do you mean by closing your financial year from a GST perspective? Sir, whenever I am saying that we need to close the financial year from GST perspective, then what do you mean by this line? Because first we need to understand what do you mean by the closure of the financial year. So the thing is that, sir, whenever I am talking from the closer perspective, whenever I am talking from the closer perspective, that means I need to check my sales, I need to check my purchase, I need to check my credit. Okay, I need to check my fixed assets. Now, sir, from sales perspective, what I need to check? Okay, so from sales perspective, one thing which you need to carefully examine, that, sir, e-way bill, e-invoice has been generated for all the invoices, all the sales, that is B2B, where the same is applicable. As we all know, each and every accounting software is competent to generate this particular type of report. Because why I'm saying, at the time of litigation, at the time of departmental scrutiny, at the time of departmental audit, they are first going to verify the e-invoice and the billers. And if there will be any difference, in that case, they may raise the question, they may issue certain notices. So from that perspective, we need to be very much careful. Our sales from e-invoice, e-way bill completely reconciled. If any mismatch, in that case, take note of that and keep it in your working paper. Sir, for each and every client, you should prepare the working papers while filing the March month return. So it will be a working for you. Okay. Now, with that, you also need to check the sales in your GSTR 3B return, GSTR 1 return, and books. Everything should be reconciled. And if any difference, in that case, take note of that. And if it is possible, kindly arrange the same in your March month return. Or if you are doing in the subsequent month, in that case, also take record of that. Or multiple time, there is a biggest issue or biggest mistake which we are making. Like for financial year 2024-25, if there is any missing sales, in such a scenario, you should report it in April, May, June, whatever will be your month, but report in 1 month only. हम क्या करते हैं? We are showing certain sales in April month, certain sales in May month, certain sales in June month. At the time of litigation, we are not able to provide the proper reply to the departmental authority. From that perspective, also we should keep this thing in our mind. In this session today, I am also discuss certain things from litigation perspective. Okay. So first thing, reconciliation of e-way bill, e-invoice, your sales GSTR 1 versus GSTR 3B versus books of accounts. And also, sir, you need to take care of your financial statement, that is provisional financial statement. Very soon in our next question, we'll also discuss how to analyze the provisional financial statement from annual closing perspective. So here I am just going to mention the financial year. Purchase related, you should verify the complete purchase, that is as per your GSTR 2B, as per your books of accounts, and as per your 3B. You just need to check the same. Through that, you can get the idea if any invoice is missing, if any input is missing in 2B, if any invoice is missing in GSTR 3B or in books of accounts. In that case, you can take the necessary steps. Okay, the purpose of this session is just to guide you that these things we should focus, and these are very, very important things. Okay, next, sir, from the credit perspective, as we all know, when you are filing the March month return, that means you have already filed the returns till Feb month. So you just need to check the closing balance, that is the closing balance of electronic credit ledger with your books of accounts closing balance, which is available in your balance sheet. So for that purpose, you need to generate the balance sheet, provisional balance sheet till Feb month, so that you can easily verify the closing balance. And I am always saying that, sir, if the closing balance of ITC reconciled with the books of accounts, that means your purchase is perfect, your sales is perfect, your RCM is perfect. So that is what is the thing we need to do. And also, sir, why there is requirement to closure of the financial year? We also need to check the fixed assets chart, that whether there is any sales or purchase of the fixed assets and the proper entries has been made or not. So these are the purpose of the financial statement analysis, or this is the reason for which we need to go for the financial statement analysis or closure of the financial year. Sir, are you agree with me? First question is okay for everyone? Purchase, sales, credit, and fixed assets. After each and every question, I will try to ask with you that, sir, this concept is okay for you, this question is okay for you. If you have any question, you can put. If no question is there, then at least comment in the chat box. Okay, so that I think that I am in a seminar hall, or I am interacting with all of you with each and every question. And we have just 14 questions, and in these 14 questions, I will give you something important which you need to perform in your day-to-day GST practice or while filing the GST returns of GSTR 3B. Okay. Now, why the March month return is very special? Sir, are you saying that March month? Sir, we all know that regarding March month is very important from income tax perspective. There are a lot of adjustment regarding cash withdrawal, cash deposit, there is income transfer, there is a lot of things are there from income tax perspective, and we are saying that is a closing. March closing, we need to have multiple adjustment entries, multiple things we need to perform from income tax perspective in books of accounts. नाउ सर, एक बात तो हम सब लोग जानते हैं, वी ऑल आर एग्री विद दिस स्पेसिफिक लाइन, दैट ऑन ईच एंड एवरी ट्रांजेक्शन ऑफ बिजनेस GST is also playing a very important role. So whenever we are making any adjustment entry in books of accounts, we just need to ensure from GST perspective the compliances, the transaction requirements from GST perspective. In March month, suppose you are going to book any commission income for your client, then you need to suggest to your client that, sir, on this commission income, GST will be liable. Am I right? If you are passing any adjustment entries from reverse charge mechanism perspective, then we also need to check the applicability of reverse charge mechanism and related adjustment entries. While filing the March month return, we can provisionally check the complete expenditure of the books of accounts which has been there in the profit and loss account, and we can check that expenditure from ITC eligibility perspective and input reversal perspective. In this March month, your provisional balance sheet is also ready, so you can check the balance sheet from creditors perspective. Why creditors? Because as we all know, if the recipient is not going to make the payment to creditors within 180 days, in that case that person has to reverse the input tax credit. So creditors aging analysis is also important in March month. If you will perform all those things in the March month itself, you can guide your client especially. And I'm always saying that you need to provide something extra to your client, and this is the one step towards something extra to your clients, that you are providing the necessary adjustment related things to your client in the month of March itself. In the March month, एक्सपेंडिचर हो गया, प्रोविजन हो गया, मेरा क्रेडिट रिलेटेड पर्सपेक्टिव हो गया, क्रेडिटर्स रिलेटेड पर्सपेक्टिव हो गया, रिवर्स चार्ज मैकेनिज्म रिलेटेड पर्सपेक्टिव हो गया. नाउ वी आल्सो नीड टू चेक इफ आवर क्लाइंट इज बुकिंग सर्टेन इनकम, then we need to check the GST applicability on that income from the March perspective. And while filing the March month, we also need to focus on the reconciliations from April till Feb month, so that if any adjustment in your sales and purchase, you can made it in the March month itself. Because as we all know, when we are filing the income tax return, your sales and purchase will also be reported from your 26 AS, and that 26 AS is going to take your sales and purchase till March month. So if you get the idea in March month itself that this is my missed sales and we can report it in March month, the same will be available in your 26 AS, and your income tax audit report sales and your 26 sales will reconcile. So there will be a very less chances for the litigation or scrutiny. As we all know, this is not in our hand to skip the scrutiny, but this is in our hand to manage the scrutiny. That is what is the difference. Skip karna is not in my hand, but I can manage the things. That is what is the thing which is in my hand. So these are the specific area for which the March month return is very special. Now next question, what are the important things to keep in mind before filing the March month return? Sir, can you please me suggest that what are the things which I need to focus before filing the March 2025 month return? And sir, I request you can prepare the notes of it so that you can keep these things in your mind. Although we'll share the filled PDF file with you so that you can take reference of that for your perspective. Okay. What are the important things which you need to keep in your mind from while filing the March month? Okay. So the most important thing, सर, हम सबको पता है, वी ऑल नो परचेज सेल्स रिवर्स चार्ज मैकेनिज्म, बट वी आल्सो नीड टू फोकस ऑन द एडजस्टमेंट एंट्रीज. Many time our client is not performing the adjustment entries related to reverse charge mechanism. Just for an example, then we just need to check that the necessary entries has been passed or not. Otherwise क्या होता है, the same we have paid the output tax but the ITC has not been claimed. So there may be such type of issues. So we just need to focus on the adjustment entries, and RCM is one of the example for that. There may be commission related entries, there may be expenditure related entries. We need to focus on that. We also need to check the ITC eligibility. I am using the word ITC eligibility. We don't need to check the complete input tax credit. We need to check the eligibility of input tax credit, whether the client has claimed all the eligible ITC, or whether the client has claimed a certain input tax credit which is blocked under section 17 subsection 5. We need to focus on that. Okay, so 17.5 plays a very important role. We also need to focus rule number 42, 43, which is a very, very important rule for all of us. Whenever we are finalizing the books of accounts or whenever we are filing the March month return, we have to check the calculation of rule number 42, 43. We'll discuss the complete things related to rule number 42, 43 as well. Yes, rule number 37 is also very important. We also need to check the aging of the creditors. Okay, we also need to check the sales and related ledgers. We also need to check the purchase and ITC from time of supply perspective. Whether the input tax credit has been claimed during the financial year is correct as per time of supply. Sir, what do you mean by this time of supply? That means suppose in a particular month the taxpayer has claimed the input tax credit based on the invoice which is there in GSTR 2B, but the goods has been received in the subsequent month. Just for an example, I am taking one example for your reference. I just require your 100% attention on the screen. Sir, suppose the client has made a purchase on 29th of April 2024. The client has made a purchase on 24th of April, 29th of April 2024. Client is from Rajasthan, Jodhpur. Okay. The supplier is from Tamil Nadu. The supplier is from Tamil Nadu. Okay. So when the client has received the invoice, the date is 29th of April. The Tamil Nadu supplier has also reported the same in the April month return by the date of 29th of April. So the same ITC is reflected in GSTR 2B. And client has claimed the input tax credit in April month. Client has claimed the ITC in April month based on the invoice is available in GSTR 2B. So just comment me once whether the client has performed the correct treatment or not. Sir, just comment me once in the chat box. No. Yes. The point is that client has claimed the input tax credit in April month. Now, the point is that just try to understand. In this particular situation, it is possible to receive the goods in April month itself? No, because from Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, it will take around 4 to 5 days. Okay. We are dispatching the books as well, so we know very well. So in that case, try to understand when the client has not received the goods, how the person can claim the input tax credit. Because as per section number 16, subsection 2, mandatory condition, without receiving the goods, client cannot claim the input tax credit. Now, okay. So now, क्लाइंट ने वहां पर क्या किया? अप्रैल मंथ में क्लाइंट हैज क्लेम द इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट, बट द एलिजिबिलिटी इन मे मंथ, because the client has received the goods in May month. Now suppose during the business audit, officer has found that this person has claimed the input tax credit in April month, but the goods has been received in May month. In that case, the taxpayer will say that Mr. Sachin, you have claimed the input tax credit in April month, but that was not available to you. So I said, yes, sir, I have claimed. So I am ready to reverse the same. So taxpayer, tax officer will say that reverse it. Then I am saying that, sir, in my May month, I am eligible to claim the input tax credit. So I can claim the input tax credit now. The departmental authority will say no, because the timeline to claim the input tax credit related to the financial year has already been lapsed. So at that time, I have to reverse the input tax credit and I will not be eligible to claim the input tax credit for May month. So there will be a double loss to our client. And in that case, we all know what will happen with the relationship. So this is a very silly mistake. Based on GSTR 2B, claim the input tax credit, but the eligibility we need to check. And while filing the March month return, we can demand the purchase register. We can put a filter on the purchase date. And on the last day of month purchases, we can check the place of supply and ask our client that sir you have received the goods, client bolega nahi. If you have claimed the input tax credit, yes, in that case in March month you have to first reverse the input tax credit, then claim the input tax credit and pay the interest for 1 month only, so that you can perform a perfect treatment. Sir, how was the example? You all are getting the point, the importance of our March month. So the example was interesting. Now, Mohammed sir, I request if you have any query, you can comment in the chat box if it is possible. Otherwise, we'll take the queries at the end of session. Okay, that will be, I think, more better. Otherwise, there will be a noise related issues. Now, next, what are the important reports? What are the important reports we should take from accounting software? One question is there, why it cannot be claimed in May month? Sir, if you are not claiming it in May month, April month, and if you are claiming based on the receipt of goods in May month, it is completely okay. But at the time of departmental audit, as we all know that the departmental audit will be conducted after 2 to 3 years. So at that time, no eligibility, because the timeline of section 16 subsection 4 already been expired. Sir, purchase bill, you just need to demand the purchase register, and on that purchase register, you just need to put one filter about the dates, and you just need to select the dates which fall on the last day of the month or second last day of the month, and you can discuss with your client that you have received the goods or not, so that you can easily check the time of supply. Is that okay, Renuka ji? Next, what are the important reports we should take from accounting software, as our client is maintaining the accounts in Tally or in any other accounting software? So how we can take the reports, or what are the important report which we need to take in our records? So first thing, as per my opinion, first thing we should take the provisional financial statement. Okay, provisional financial statement include profit and loss account and balance sheet. We'll also take the provisional trial balance. We'll also need to take the consolidated GSTR 3B. We'll also need to check the consolidated GSTR 1. We also need to take the details about the business. Okay, now you can ask your client that, sir, on this month you have you have bought these goods from Tamil Nadu and you are in Rajasthan, so it is possible that you have received the goods within 1 day. Your client will say no. Or if your client is saying yes, I have claimed the goods and you can claim the input tax credit, you may demand the transportation documentation. Or otherwise you can suggest your client that now this is your call, this is the suggestion from our side, we have provided to you. Okay, so what are the important reports we need to take? Provisional financial statement, profit and loss account, balance sheet. Okay, we'll also share the use of these financial statement. Trial balance, consolidated GSTR 3B, consolidated GSTR 1, and the last point, details about the business. Sir, what do you mean by this details about the business? So the details about the business, in that case, we have to ask our client about the nature of the business, and we can cross verify the same with the HSN and SSC code which is mentioned on GSTN common portal. We can ask our client about the additional place of business, about the principal place of business, about the change in the partner, proprietor, director, about the change in the mobile number, mail ID, so that everything get updated on the GSTN common portal. Because if you are not going to update within a specified time, there is a penalty of 50,000 rupees. और कई बार होता क्या है, many time will skip these things, and when the penalty will be imposed by the departmental authority, at that time our client will directly come to us and say that, sir, you have managed all those things, now why this type of penalties? So we need to check these things as well very carefully. Okay, so these are the important reports which we need to take care. What are the important reconciliation we should keep ready? Sir, since 2017 we all are maintaining reconciliations only. So I think you all know the number of reconciliations which we should prepare, but I am going to repeat it for your reference. But we should prepare the reconciliations professionally. Okay, we'll share the technique how we can prepare the reconciliations professionally as well. Now, first reconciliation which is very common, GSTR 1 versus 3B versus books. That is your output reconciliation. Okay. Second reconciliation, that is your GSTR 2B, GSTR 3B versus books. That is your input reconciliation. Third reconciliation, that is your RCM reconciliation. RCM reconciliation as per books versus as per GSTR 3B. You also need to prepare the reconciliation, that is input closing balance reconciliation. These are the four important reconciliation which we should prepare, and one reconciliation which is also very much important, that is your turnover reconciliation. Okay. Now GSTR 1, 3B and books basic reconciliation. Okay, in Excel sheet. Also, if you require the format, Excel format of the reconciliation, then also we'll share with you. Okay, not an issue. The 3B versus books versus the 2B. And now, as a tax consultant, as a tax advisor, as a GST professional, this is not our responsibility to prepare these reconciliation. We'll share the Excel file to our client, the accounting staff will prepare the same. Or if we are handling the accounting of our client, then we should prepare. And now if we are preparing these things in March month itself, it will be very helpful in your income tax audit. It will be very helpful for your compliances on timely basis. It will be very helpful at the time of filing of your GSTR 9 and 9C return. You can smoothly file. Sir, this year, on my advice, just try to perform these things in March month itself. It will be very helpful for you. Input closing balance comparison, or whenever you will prepare the RCM reconciliation, at that time we are making one big mistake. We are just going to take the consolidated GSTR 3B from accounting software. Whatever will be the RCM figure which is mentioned on the GSTR 3B, we are just going to reconcile it with our GSTR 3B which has been filed on GSTN common portal. Sir, also re-verify from profit and loss account expenditure side whether the expenditure which has been mentioned in the profit and loss account liable for the reverse charge mechanism or not. Check the each and every head of the expenditure. It will not take more than 5 minutes if you will do it efficiently. And turnover reconciliation, you should perform from your provisional profit and loss account the sales plus the income, commission income, discount income, interest income, that is trade interest, rental income. In that case, we have to check the same. And for this financial year, we have to very carefully check the rent, RCM on account of rent on commercial property from unregistered person, because this is a newly implemented provision. So there may be chances that client has skipped the same. So we should very much careful from that aspect. So these are the important reconciliation we should ready. How to analyze the provisional financial statement? Sir, you have told that we should generate the financial statement, but what are the things we need to analyze from that provisional financial statement? Sir, are you enjoying the session? Just confirm me once in the chat box. Sir, are you getting something important? वरना ऐसा ना हो जाए, I am speaking, you are not getting. You all are will be there till the last moment of this session. Yes. So how to analyze the provisional financial statement? Sir, what do you mean by this provisional financial statement generated from the accounting software? Now, how we can analyze the financial statement? So, whenever you will see the financial statement, there will be two sides. One is income, another is expenditure. Am I right? Two sides will be there. One will be income, another will be expenditure. So, income side, Sales, if you are not going to give more focus, in that case also okay. Just check the item of profit and loss account very carefully. From the applicability of GST perspective, there may be certain miscellaneous income on which our client has not made the payment of GST. So we can find out that and we can rectify the same at the time of filing the March month return. There may be certain interest income. We just need to bifurcate as trade interest as financial interest. If it is trade interest, pay for GST. We also need to check any AMC charges, accounts maintenance charges has been booked by the client. We need to check the same. So profit and loss account size is very important because sales will automatically, but profit and loss side, there may be chances that client has selected the wrong head due to the same has not been transferred to your GSTR 3B. So we can found the things. Whenever you will check the expenditure side, we need to check the expenditure side from two perspectives. First, all the expenditure we should check that covered under section number 9 subsection 3 or not, that is RCM applicability. We also need to check there is certain expenditure like advertisement expenditure, like promotion expenditure, whether the client has claimed the input tax credit or not. We also need to check in income side if any sales on account of sale of fixed assets, we should check whether GST has been paid or not. Okay, so these things we just need to be very much careful from profit and loss account perspective. Now, sir, one important thing which is my ratio between the opening stock, closing stock, sales and purchase. As we all know, departmental authorities are multiple time issuing the notices related to the paper transaction fake invoicing. How they identify? They are just going to check the ratio between your purchase, sales, opening stock, closing stock. So related to that, one short video has already been uploaded on our YouTube channel. You can check the YouTube channel and you can find the complete calculation regarding that. That will be very helpful for you. Okay. So these are the things we need to check from profit and loss account. From balance sheet, the most important thing is your creditors, because aging of the creditors plays a very important role. Also, your closing balance, just wait for a single second. Your closing balance of ITC you can check from the balance sheet. Also, one important thing which is your fixed assets. Sir, suppose there is any deduction in fixed assets. Just for an example, in this session, I am just going to give you one idea. While going through the financial statement, if you found certain complex transaction, you may connect with me. Will guide you. Okay. In this session, I am not going to provide you complete bread and butter. I am just going to provide you the bread and butter separately. You just need to arrange it accordingly. Okay. So now just for an example, in your fixed assets chart, suppose there is a deduction in the fixed assets and client has not booked any income in the profit and loss account. Now you need to ask your client why you have not booked. So in that case, your client will say that, sir, I have not received a single rupee for this particular sale of fixed assets because I have sold without consideration. Then we just need to focus on schedule number 1 of CGST Act. As per that schedule, if there will be any permanent transfer of disposal of business assets, then the same will be treated as supply and accordingly GST will be applicable. So we just need to suggest the same thing to our client that, sir, in your income tax, you are not booking. It is okay. But in your GST, you have to pay the GST because there is a specific rules is also given for that. So our client will think that, yes, my accounting, my consultant, my GST professional is providing something extra to me. So that will also be an enhancement in our services. So we need to analyze the profit and loss account, the balance sheet, the fixed assets chart very carefully in the March month. What is the importance of various reversals from an annual closing perspective? Suppose our client is involved in exempted as well as taxable business. Exempted as well as taxable. That means one inward supply is there which is used for the exempted as well as for the taxable supply. In such a case, whether the input tax credit is allowed our client fully or not? No, because government has given two specific rules. Rule number 42, rule number 43. Rule number 42 will be applicable in case of input service. Rule number 43 will be applicable in case of capital goods. And these are the most crucial rules because they have written that you need to make this calculation of reversal in every month. And you need to check it at the time of closing of your financial year, that is March month. You also need to check the same while filing your annual return GSTR 9 and 9C. Or if you will check at the time of 9 and 9C, then you need to reverse the same, you need to pay the interest accordingly. So a lot of calculations will be there. But if you will check it very carefully in the March month itself, then it will be very easy for you. Just you need to identify the nature of your client, that yes, my client is dealing in exempted as well as taxable products. In such a scenario, there will be a partial reversal of input tax credit as per rule number 42, 43. We also need to check from the aging of creditors. And sir, each and every accounting software is competent to generate the aging wise report of creditors. So you just need to check that 180 days cross. You just need to suggest to your client that we need to reverse the input tax credit under other reversal part. And in future, when you will make the payment to your creditors, you can again claim the input tax credit. So there will be no any interest liability as well. Or at the time of departmental audit, it will be a clean sheet for you from creditors perspective. Otherwise, hota kya hai, the most important problem, because I am taking multiple seminars, multiple webinars, in that case, I found a lot of queries. And the point is that every time we forward something, and due to that, our client is directly assigned certain responsibilities on us at the time of business audit, departmental audit. So we should be very much careful from these things perspective. Okay. Now, how to cross verify the data from GST returns? Before moving on this question, one important thing I just want to share with you, sir, those reports which you have generated from the accounting software, your consolidated GSTR 3B, GSTR 1, your RCM related reports, just ensure that the reports which has been generated are correctly generated or not. Because there may be chances that in your accounting software, there may be certain technical issues, there may be certain technical glitches, and due to that, the report may be generated wrongly. So we need to be very much careful from that particular perspective. Sir, creditors for goods as well as for the expenses, both the things will be there. Regarding labor charges, I have complete one discussion on two bifurcation. Okay, we'll share with you the video link. You just need to ping me once on the WhatsApp, or you can check our YouTube channel. You will found that we have uploaded around 280, around 300 videos on that YouTube channel itself. So the labor charges, it will suggest the complete bifurcation will be there. Okay, Siva Kumar sir. How to cross verify the data from the GST return. So before taking this particular question, one important thing is that whatever will be the accounting software, whatever will be the reports we are generating from the accounting software, we just need to ensure that the reports are generated in a perfect way. Sir, how we can cross verify the reports? So you can do one thing. Whenever you are generating the GSTR 3B, the sales, you can check the sales with profit and loss account, that all the entries has been generated or not. You can check the same from the sales register. You can check the same from the ITC ledger for GSTR 3B input tax credit. RCM, you can check the same from the detailed summary of reverse charge mechanism, which has already been generated from the accounting software. Sir, YouTube channel is Consult with Batuk. If you will search Consult with Batuk, you will find the YouTube channel. Okay. Now, the cross verify. Okay. The point is that the reports, we are generating multiple reports from the accounting software. So we just need to do one thing. We just need to compare the files with each other, so that everything will be automatically verified that the data which has been generated from the accounting software is a perfect data. And when we are generating the consolidated GSTR 3B, we also need to generate the monthly summary of sales, so that we can easily cross verify the same from the GSTN common portal, because now the facility is available on GSTN common portal. If you will go to returns and comparison of ITC, then you will find the comparison. But one important thing I just want to share with you, in that comparison sheet which is generated from GSTN common portal, if you will check the GSTR 2B on that particular sheet, and if you will generate the GSTR 2B in Excel, there may be chances of difference due to technical glitches. And many times departmental authorities are issuing the notices based on that comparison sheet directly. They are not going to issue the notice on account of Excel sheet. In that case, at the end of financial year, you just need to verify there is any difference. If difference, type a note in your working paper, so that in case of litigation, you can easily found that point and you can easily prepare the reply. Next question, very important. What is the importance of place of supply, time of supply, value of supply from a closing perspective? Sir, I have already given the example of time of supply. That is 29th of April. We have bought the goods from Tamil Nadu. Is it possible? So this was the example. Now, while analyzing the financial statement, if you found certain special item in the profit and loss account, like any transfer to the branch or distinct person, any transaction between principal and agent, any transaction for which the monetary consideration has not been received, but the transaction is there in balance sheet through the deductions, in that case we need to check that the value should not be normal. Value should be decided according to the valuation rules. Rule number 27, rule number 28, rule number 29, rule number 30. One more thing I just want to share with you. There may be certain peoples in this particular session, they are thinking that, sir, I am merely handling the GST return filing and the compliance is why I need to focus on the provisions of law. Sir, we are GST practitioners, GST professors, not for the clerical work. We just need to learn these things so that when we'll handle the compliances or return filing itself, we can perform it in a very effective and efficient way. That is what is the purpose. So value of supply ke liye we need to check multiple things. From place of supply perspective, sir, whenever you will download the purchase register or sales register, you just need to do one thing. In that Excel sheet, put one filter on GSTN and put one filter on the place of supply. And accordingly, you need to cross verify if GSTN is begun with, suppose the taxpayer is Rajasthan. Suppose the taxpayer is from Rajasthan. The code is 08. Multiple time you found that the code is 08, but the place of supply is mentioned as Gujarat. Due to technical issue, in that case, in your GSTR 3B, surely you have paid the wrong tax on the wrong head. So this is only a one way. This is only a one way to identify the things. This is only a one way to identify the things. There are a lot of examples which is available from the place of supply, time of supply, value of supply perspective. Because at the end of the session, I am also going to share with you the complete checklist, as our Aditya ji is saying in the YouTube chat, but we have already prepared the same and will share with you. So in which you will found multiple examples, but not your focus should be merely on the reconciliations. Your focus should be on place of supply, time of supply, value of supply. These three are the most important ingredients of your GST. Now, during the financial year, if your client has claimed the refund, in that case, as we all know, that we are filing the refund application, departmental authorities are passing the refund application, approving the refund application, or there is certain element of licensing as well. Okay, we all are family members, and hence I am saying multiple times there may be refund due to licensing. Okay, so the point is that from that perspective, I just want to submit, there may be chances, certain technical, certain issues related to the refund filing application, but departmental authority has approved the same. But whenever we are filing the refund application, we are also submitting one undertaking that, sir, if I have claimed any wrong refund, in that case, I will pay the same with interest with penalty. So while filing your March month return, just ensure to cross check the refund calculation which you have filed before the departmental authority. And if there is any wrong refund, pay the interest and close the matter. Multiple times we found when departmental authorities are imposing a very huge amount of penalties, so we need to be very much careful from that perspective. So in case of annual closing, we also need to focus on refund calculation and complete verification. Next point, what are the things which should check from the previous year adjustment perspective? Sir, as we all know, for a current financial year, if I want to make any adjustment in my input tax credit in my outward supply, in that case, I may make the adjustments. I may make the adjustment till 30th November or annual return, whichever is earlier. So there may be chances during the financial year 2023-24, the taxpayer has made certain adjustment during the subsequent financial year within the timeline related to output, related to input, related to reverse charge mechanism. So while filing the this year annual return or while preparing the reconciliation itself in March month, you have to select these type of calculation, or you have to ready these type of calculation. So while going for the closing of March month, you just need to check the last year GSTR 9 and 9C, check the figure of adjustments which you have made in subsequent financial year, and keep the same in your working paper, so that while filing 9 and 9C, you can easily consider the same. And also at the time of preparing the reconciliation, you will found certain differences from books of accounts and from GST records in the current financial year, because in GST return, you have taken certain things from previous financial year. So in that case, you have the ready amount. So you can easily prepare the reconciliation. That is what is the logic to ready the previous year calculations with you as well. Sir, these questions are not taken from any book. This is my personal experience, which we are doing in our offices, and I have prepared this checklist. So this checklist is completely based on practical experience only. And I suppose what we are covering is also a practical knowledge, and you all are able to link it with your day-to-day practices. And I think you all are imaging your day-to-day office life while going through with this video lecture. Am I right? Most important things. Multiple times, the departmental authorities are issuing the notices under user services. Under additional tab, view notices tab, they are issuing the notices. Okay, related to scrutiny of returns, related to assessment order, related to summary assessment, related to best judgment assessment. Or many times we skip these things, because it is not possible for me to check each and every month, each and every return, and each and every GST and common portal. Okay. Or there may be chances that the departmental authority has not provided the letter or mail or physical letter. Due to that, we skip these things. In that case, we have one option. While filing the March month return, as you are preparing all the reconciliation, as you are checking the books of accounts, as you are asking about the nature of business from your client, you just need to check the GST and common portal, user services, additional tab, view additional tab. So that if any notice, you can found the same, you can prepare the reply, you can submit the reply. Or if the reply has been time barred, in that case also you may file an application with reference to multiple case studies by the High Court, by the Supreme Court, that if the notice has merely been provided on GST and common portal, then it will not be treated as a proper communication. So you can write a letter to your jurisdictional officer that, sir, consider my things. Otherwise, they will initiate the proceedings under section 73, 74, and that will be a danger situation for us. So this is also a way to check the compliances. And when I am using the compliances word, that means scrutiny you need to check, assessment you need to check, summary assessment you need to check, audit related notices you need to check. In maximum cases, audit related notices, they are sending in mail, but related to scrutiny, related to assessment, they are not sending any mail. So we just need to focus on GST and common portal. What are the things we should keep in our mind from a new financial year perspective? Sir, from 1st of April, new financial year will be applicable, new beginning will be there. Very soon we are coming with a detailed workshop on that as well. But initially, the things which we need to share with our client now on today itself, because we should do the things in advance. We just need to suggest our client that from 1st April, the invoice series we should prepare new. All the closing balances should be transferred, carry forward very carefully, because multiple time there may be certain issues while passing the closing entries. Due to that, the amount which is going to be carry forward to the new financial year, there may be variance, there may be differences. And after that, we need to perform certain adjustment entries in April month itself. So this time we can check it in March month itself, and all the closing year adjustment we can check, so that the opening balance will be transferred very correctly, and we can assign that work to the accountant itself. New invoice series is required. We also need to check that e-invoice requirement is there. In that case, e-invoice should be prepared by our client or not, and we should provide the complete mechanism to our client related to e-invoice and the things. Related to creditors, we need to provide our client that, sir, now you just need to focus on payment within 180 days. Okay, so multiple things we need to focus from the new financial year perspective. And also the last, which is very important, how to prepare a checklist. So for that purpose, based on these questions, we just need to prepare one checklist that we have received the data, that is GSTR 1 3B. Reconciliation between 3B and 1 done, reconciliation between 2B and 3B done, reconciliation between the RCM liability done, reconciliation between the input closing balance done, analysis of financial statement done, analysis of fixed assets chart done. Okay, so these things we just need to ensure the complete documentation cross verification has already been done. Related to the preparation of the various ledgers, we have checked carefully. We have also checked the nature of the transactions very carefully. Business exist meeting has already been done. These type of checklists we need to prepare, and after that we need to provide one column related to remarks. Sir, for you, I have already prepared this checklist and will provide you over your mail ID. On your registered mail ID, you will receive the checklist as well in Excel so that you can easily mark the same. But I request one thing from your side, sir. Just do this exercise for your client in the March month so that you can take your practices on a next level. So you will be doing something great, something special for your clients. Sir, these are the things we just need to focus from the GST closing financial year perspective. This is our day one workshop. On 21, we have a workshop on amnesty scheme. Then we have a workshop on IMS system. Then we have a workshop between the linkage of income tax and GST. And all these workshops will be completely in a practical way. Sir, how it was? Just be there for next 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 minutes. Sir, will share on your registered mail ID. We have your registered mail ID because you have registered for this workshop. Okay. Sir, after this session, you will receive one link for the feedback of the workshop. So I request everyone to provide the feedback, because when you will provide the feedback, then only you will receive the Excel file for the reconciliation. Just joke apart, but you should provide the feedback. Now, I just want to share with you one important information from my side. So are you ready to listen something? Because many of us, sir, yes, I will share the reconciliation format, not an issue. I just want to share with you one important information from my side. Okay, so are you want to listen that information? Because many of you already know that information, but I just want to share with you something innovative, something new, a dream project from my side with all of you. Are you really interested to know? Then I will share, otherwise I will skip the point. Yes. So sir, now a most important thing I just want to share with you, which is very near to my heart, because this is something unique. Because nowadays when we are doing the practices, there is a biggest thing which has been focused or faced by all the professionals, that sir, we have the knowledge about the GST provision, we have the knowledge about the GST laws, the rules, but we are not able to practically implement the same. The second problem, we are not able to link with the various case studies, or we are not able to provide the response to the departmental authorities when they are issuing any notices, and for that purpose we have to take any expert advisory. We are not able to link the situation with the various case studies, or a biggest problem, that whenever our client will ask something practical, then we are not able to provide the response in that way which is required, or our client is not satisfied from that. So after seeing all these questions, we are coming with a specific course. Sir, the first thing, this is not any type of advertisement. This is just a information, because we are not charging anything for this course. So this is just a information. Now, sir, in this particular course, we'll cover the complete GST law, each and every section of GST law, each and every rules of GST law, not in a theoretical way, in a practical way. Application on your day-to-day practice will cover. With that, will cover around 250 recent landmarking judgments pronounced by the High Court, Supreme Court, AAR, AAR authorities. 2. Prepare yourself to prepare your reply, to draft your replies in a unique way. With that, will cover around 250 practical queries which has been asked by your client in your day-to-day practices. Like, sir, in this situation, what will be the time of supply? What will be the value of supply? How you can check these things while filing the returns? With that, will cover the complete practical filing of returns and various forms on GST and common portal, that will be in a unique way. because we'll cover these things with reference to provision of law. We are not providing you the details to feed the data. We'll provide you something else. And also, most important thing, all these things will be covered like a TV serial, like a series. Every day, evening 8 to 9 p.m. This is a 45 days course in which we'll cover all these things like a TV serial. It will be a very interesting session. Every day, 9 to 8 p.m. You will also get the recording by 9:30 itself. So, why I am saying this course to join, to master yourself in this particular course. The price of this course, the actual price is 14,500 rupees. The participants has already enrolled for this, but now we are providing this course absolutely free. But one condition, with this course, you have to buy the study material. Sir, not to promote something, we are charging only the cost of the study material. With this particular course, we are providing you 3 set of books. One is based on law, another is based on 250 recent judgments, third one is based on your practical queries. Okay, and these books are physical books posted at your postal address with complete study kit, one attractive diary, one pen, one paper, one highlighter, everything will be there. Okay, now sir, why we need to buy the physical books? Because there is a lot of writings will be there in the session itself, so that you can analyze. Sir, I am a beginner, this course is useful. Yes, we'll start our discussion from very basic and we'll cover the advanced level. With this course, we'll give you 3 set of books. One is the definitive guide to GST, another is the GST question, and third one is GST cases guide. These 3 books will be provided. The actual price of these books is 4,000 rupees, but we'll provide you with this course at cost only 3,400 rupees. That means you have to pay only 3,400 rupees at your postal address. These books will be delivered, and course will start from 3rd of March. If you are registering for this course by today itself, in that case, with this course, you will get the complete course on draftings absolutely free, worth rupees 1299. You will also get one workshop freely on amnesty scheme, and you will also get the annual subscription plan price 5,000 absolutely free. Sir, why these attractions? Because if I want to sell a movie ticket, in that case, no attraction is required. But now I want to sell a course which is completely for you. In that case, this is the way, this is the books will be shared. If you want to pay, in that case, QR code is on screen. You just need to pay 3,400 rupees on this QR code for the books. Course is absolutely free, 8 to 9 p.m. This is my dream project, and I just want that everyone should enroll for this course. So sir, morning is not possible, evening 8 to 9 p.m, but definitely you will receive the recordings by 9:30 and 9:30. And if you have any query while watching the recordings, directly call me, will solve your questions. 45 days I will completely available for my participants. This is the QR code. You just need to scan and pay 3,400 on this QR code. But after paying the amount, just request from my side, after paying the amount, this is the Google form which you need to fill. I have shared the Google form in the chat box. You just need to share. And sir, the most important thing, the 3,400 we are taking for the course, but this is a guaranteed course. If you will not satisfied after joining this course, in that case, we'll share the complete amount refund to you. Books keep with you, you will get the refunds. Why we are saying? Because I believe that this course will be very helpful for you. Once if you will join, just faith once on me and join this course, definitely for your investment 3,400 rupees, I will give you back 3,40,000 rupees worth knowledge. Google form I have already shared on this number. Recordings will be available for next 6 months. You can go through with the recordings. If you have any query while watching these recordings, in that case also you can get. I request that everyone should take part of this course. I assure you that this course will be very helpful for you. Okay, we'll share the complete books, we'll share the complete study material, we'll share the complete recordings. Everything will be there, and this session will be completely in a practical way. This course will be completely in a practical way. Those who want to enroll, don't wait for the last moment. Just enroll right now so that you can receive the study material on time. You can access to our courses, you can access to our subscription plan on early basis. Okay, so everything you can check on timely basis. Sir, Google form now I have shared in the link. You just need to click and you can check it. And if you have any query, if you don't use the Google Pay, in that case also this is completely okay. You can directly pay the amount through the website. I am also going to share with you the link of the website as well. This is the link to make the payment through website. Okay. And if anyone has any query, any doubt, in that case, this is the number. You can connect on this number. I have already shared the link to make the payment through the website, and I have already shared one WhatsApp number. If you have any question, in that case, you can connect on this WhatsApp number. Sir, I know Ramzan is going on and starting very soon. So you will definitely get the recordings. You just need to watch the recordings in afternoon. If you have any query, directly connect with me. And one thing I just want to share, whenever you will watch the recording, at that time also you will feel that you are joining the live session only. That is my assurance. Okay. So believe me and join it once. Will definitely make my 1000% efforts to make this session a worthy and a useful session for you. Okay, so I request everyone to join, register, and share this information with others so that we all can create a great world of knowledge. We all can learn a lot of things through this particular GST comprehensive course. And as this is my dream project, so I just want to share the information with all of you. If anyone wants to pay on GPay, then I am also sharing the GPay number. GPay number is myself. But if it is possible for you to pay through QR code, then it is quite better. Or you can make the payment through the website, because if you will make the payment on GPay, in that case, my team has to transfer the amount into account of company. Okay. And also one important thing, now you are registering, but books dispatch will start from 24th of Feb. Okay. You will receive the books before commencement of the course, but books dispatch will start from 24th of Feb. So anyone has any doubt related to the things, in that case, you can also comment in the chat box. Okay. Or once again, I request everyone, try to join. Sir, I have already shared the Google form. You can share the screenshot on Google form. And if you have paid or you are not able to show the same in your Google form, in that case, number I have shared, you can do one thing. You just need to WhatsApp your address on this. Sir, please WhatsApp once. My staff will definitely give you the response. Just WhatsApp once. Most probably you have called on Sunday, or you can call him anytime 10 to 6 p.m. Sir, if you have not received the Google form, in that case, I request you just need to WhatsApp on this number. We will share with you the Google form. Mohammed sir, are you want to say something? I may unmute you. Yes, sir, Mohammed sir, please.
Sir, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good
Sir,
evening,
very
good
good
evening.
session, sir.
Thank you, sir.
सर ये सर अभी मैं अप्रैल का आप जो एग्जांपल दिया सर टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई का
हम्म
सर वो अभी एक बंदा के लॉरी लेके आके 30th अप्रैल के दिन लेके आके फिर मैं सेल्स इनवॉइस आके उसको फर्स्ट को डाल दूंगा सर तो
ठीक है।
अपलोड करने के टाइम पे
हम्म
तो 30th अप्रैल बोल के अपलोड करेगा ना सर तो हम इनपुट तो आज ही लेंगे तो उसमें क्या है कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगा क्या सर
नहीं, इनपुट तो आप 30 अप्रैल के बेस पे ही ले लोगे।
हाँ ले लूंगा मैं सेल्स आके फर्स्ट मई को डाल दूंगा
इनवॉइस आप 1 को डालोगे
जी जी जी
अपनी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में रिलेटेड टू परचेज।
हाँ परचेज आके 30th अप्रैल लास्ट डे ऑफ द मंथ समझो
हाँ ठीक है।
तो उससे आप जो टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई का कुछ उस पर कुछ इफेक्ट होगा क्या बोल के आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ सर मैं
हाँ, टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई अफेक्ट होगा ना, क्योंकि आप उसको मई में
तो
डाल
गाड़ी
दोगे,
तो
फिर
मेरे
जो।
को 1 तारीख को ही आएगी सर, गाड़ी तो 1 तारीख को आएगी, फिर वहां पे तो
हाँ
कोई रिपोर्टिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं रहती सर। मैं
हाँ, तो
सेल्स
उस
आके
केस
मैं
में आप
एक
क्या
तारीख
करो,
को
अगर
डलवा।
आप अपनी बुक्स में अगर आप 1 मई को एंट्री कर रहे हो विद द डेट ऑफ 30 अप्रैल, इन दैट केस इट इज कंप्लीटली ओके, बिकॉज द इनपुट यू विल क्लेम इन मे मंथ इटसेल्फ। तो आपको उस समय बस रिकंसिलेशन से ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा अपनी बुक्स और 3B से।
नहीं सर, मैं क्लेम अप्रैल में ही करूंगा सर। क्यों बोले तो अब वो बंदा आके 30 तारीख को डेट के डाल के मेरे को सेल कर देगा, मीन्स मैं परचेस करूंगा तो मेरे को 30 तारीख के दिन
हाँ
में 2B में आके रिफ्लेक्ट होगा। तो
ठीक है।
जब मैं क्या अब फर्स्ट को लेना इनपुट या 30 अप्रैल को ही लेना, वो पूछ रहा हूँ सर मैं।
फर्स्ट को लेना है, क्योंकि 30 अप्रैल को अगर उसने आपके 2B में आ गया, बट आपने गुड्स तो रिसीव किया नहीं।
हाँ हाँ।
और सेक्शन 16(2) की कंडीशन है कि विदाउट रिसीविंग ऑफ गुड्स यू कैन नॉट क्लेम द इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट।
तो रात में निकलती सर, सुबह में आके गाड़ी पहुंचती है, तो मैं सुबह में क्या करता हूँ, 1 तारीख के दिन गाड़ी का बिल डाल देता हूँ सर।
ओके। नहीं,
तो
लेकिन
वही
आप
कुछ।
उसकी 30th पर आप 2B से अगर इनपुट ले रहे हो तो आप 30 अप्रैल को ले लोगे, जो कि सही नहीं है, क्योंकि
हाँ,
आपको वो गुड्स
इनपुट
एक
ले ले
तारीख
रहा हूँ
को
सर।
मिला है।
नहीं नहीं, क्यों मतलब 2B में मेरे को 30 अप्रैल को ही आएगा ना सर, मेरे को 2B में रिफ्लेक्ट जो होगा
हाँ
30
हाँ,
अप्रैल
तो
को ही
जब
होगा।
आप रिकंसिलेशन बनाओगे ना, तो आपको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा कि ये इनपुट मेरी आई तो मेरी 2B के अंदर है अप्रैल मंथ में, बट मुझे ये
हाँ।
क्लेम नहीं करनी है, मुझे ये मई मंथ में क्लेम करनी है।
तो कैसा करना सर, क्या अब कम क्लाइम करना है
उसके
सर
लिए
3B में
उसके
जब का।
उसके लिए उसके लिए एक एक्सेल का रिकंसिलेशन होता है, या तो आप मुझे पर्सनली कनेक्ट कर लो, मैं आपको सजेस्ट कर लेता हूँ।
जी सर।
उसको
मैं
कैसे
क्यों
कर
बोले तो
सकते हैं, या तो
मैं क्यों बोले तो मैं अब 3B में आके अब इनपुट तो टोटली आके बैठेगा, 2B के हिसाब से आके बैठ जाएगा उसमें। तो
हाँ
मैं क्या
हाँ
उसको
हाँ, तो
2B में इनपुट क्या कम
आपको
करूँ
उसको
क्या।
चेंज करना है, आपको उसको चेंज करना है।
फिर रेड मार्क आ जाएगा ना समझ, ये हो जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा, फिर नेक्स्ट मंथ में एक्सेस क्लेम करा तो।
कोई इशू नहीं है, कोई इशू नहीं है, क्योंकि सबको पता है जीएसटी लॉ और जीएसटी पोर्टल दोनों अलग अलग चल रहे हैं, दे ऑल आर रनिंग इन अ वेरी डिफरेंट वे। बट वी नीड टू फोकस द जीएसटी लॉ, अपने को तो जीएसटी लॉ फोकस करना है।
नहीं सर, वो रेड हो गया तो भी डन बोल के नोटिस जनरेट हो जाएगा, तो आप ये बोलो ऑफिसर से,
कोई
लोकल से
दिक्कत
ऑफिसर
नहीं
से
है,
कॉल आ जाए।
कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, वी जस्ट नीड टू सबमिट द रिकंसिलेशन दैट वी हैव
अच्छा।
क्लेम द इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट आफ्टर रिसीव द गुड्स।
नहीं अभी तक तो कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम, जो 30 को ही ले रहा हूँ सर मैं। मगर आप जो बोल रहे हैं ना, उसीलिए मैं दिल्ली।
पर राइट वे तो यही है कि अपन गुड्स, वरना क्या होता है एट द टाइम ऑफ लिटिगेशन, वो अपने परचेज रजिस्टर से चेक करेंगे चीजें, और जब वो परचेज
अच्छा।
रजिस्टर से चेक करेंगे तो वो आपके अगेंस्ट में डिमांड
तो
रेज कर देंगे।
परचेज परचेज रजिस्टर में तो मैं 30 तारीख को डालूंगा सर। परचेज में मैं 30 तारीख को ले लूंगा। क्यों बोले तो मेरे को परचेज इनवाइस 30 तारीख का ही आएगा ना। मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, तो प्रैक्टिकली
परचे
बोल रहा
पर
हूँ सर
आपने
मैं
गुड्स
सीधे।
तो आपने रिसीव नहीं किया ना, आपने गुड्स तो आप मई मंथ में रिसीव करोगे,
हाँ हाँ।
तो आप इनपुट कैसे क्लेम करोगे।
नहीं, ई इनवाइस का को मेरे को 30 तारीख का आएगा ना सर, तो वो हिसाब से मैं क्या परचेज जैसा आता मेरे को बिल, उसी के हिसाब से मैं
कुछ
परचेज
भी कर
इनवाइस
लो,
भी।
ट्रांसपोर्टेशन डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपका मे का रहेगा ना सर, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन डॉक्यूमेंटेशन आपका मे का रहेगा ना, हाउ यू कैन क्लेम।
ना आज इट इज, मैं इसको क्या करता हूँ, नेक्स्ट मंथ 1 तारीख को ही मैं
आप
सेल
एक
कर
बार
देता हूँ
जो
सर।
डॉक्यूमेंटेशन जो अपलोड कर रहे हो ना, या तो एक बार आप मुझे व्हाट्सएप नंबर पे शेयर कर देना, फिर अपन इसको डिस्कस कर लेते हैं ना।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है सर, ओके सर। थैंक यू सर।
ओके।
नाइस टू
ओके,
टॉक विथ
थैंक
यू।
यू। आई थिंक महेंद्र जी इज आस्किंग समथिंग।
Hello.
यस महेंद्र सर, प्लीज।
Sir, Russian dealer is an exporter. He exported the goods without payment of tax under LUT.
एक्सपोर्टेड द गुड्स विदाउट पेमेंट ऑफ टैक्स,
Payment of
ओके।
tax. Right. Now the question is, can he claim the refund of unutilized ITC? Besides, he also avail the drawback.
यू हैव क्लेम द ड्रॉबैक
Yeah,
ऑलरेडी,
yeah. One
then
dealer
you
has
are
claimed
not
the draw.
eligible to, then you are not eligible for any type of refund.
Okay. So there is I come to know that there are some two, three, whatever high drawbacks, medium drawback. What is this?
Yes, yes, you have to check that medium drawback, low drawback. You just need to check the shipping bill. On the
Hmm.
third page of shipping bill, there will be a mentioning A, B, or C. The
Okay.
category will be different. In certain shipping bills, it may be
Hmm.
X, Y, and Z. So
Hmm.
based on that, you need to decide it will be a medium, low, or high. So you
Okay.
may do one thing. You can share the shipping bill. If there is something like that, you can share the shipping bill with me. I will
Okay.
highlight the things and I will let you know that how you can decide the medium, low, and high.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank
I
you.
will I will definitely WhatsApp you.
Sorry.
I will definitely WhatsApp you the shipping bill from. tomorrow.
Yes, yes, you can WhatsApp me on that same number. We'll respond by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I will WhatsApp tomorrow only.
Okay, okay,
Right
okay.
now I don't have that copy.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Yes, sir.
Good
Mathan
evening,
sir, are
sir.
you want to
Auditor,
ask
sir. Good evening,
something?
sir.
Good evening, sir.
Sir, how are you, sir?
I am fine.
Sir,
I am absolutely
I
fine.
small request.
Yes,
Tamil Nadu
please.
people, more people is not knowing Hindi. So please translate English, sir. Because some we don't know. Generally, I'm
We'll do one thing.
suggesting.
We'll do one thing. We'll start the translation as well at the bottom of the slides. Okay, so that
Okay,
Tamil will also be there.
okay, sir.
We
We
can
don't
do
know
this thing.
Hindi.
Okay.
Generally, I am asking. Sir, I
Yes, yes, yes.
joined.
Definitely.
Already I joined, sir, for your
Okay.
45 days course.
Okay, okay. No, we'll definitely do the thing. We'll start the translation in Tamil. Okay, so that you
Okay,
can easily go through with the Tamil as well. This will be, I think, helpful for you. And then we have the facilities like to conversion. Then we will do definitely, not an issue.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I
Okay,
am
okay,
suggestion,
okay.
sir. Generally.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your suggestion. All the suggestions are really welcomeable. If you have any suggestion, any query, any issue, you can definitely connect. So thank you once again to everyone for joining, for listening with us. So Suresh ji, most probably you have made the payment on today, so you will receive it by tomorrow morning, and I will try to share myself on you. Okay, you just need to WhatsApp. Will definitely share with you. Okay, you just need to WhatsApp on bus number. You just need to WhatsApp on this number. I will share immediately. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining, for listening. Yes, yes. We'll do the conversions. Okay, we'll do the conversions. We'll discuss with my developer team, and we'll try to do the conversions in Tamil and Kannada, whatever will be the possible things. We'll definitely do. Although the session will be completely in English language. So thank you everyone for joining, for listening, and I hope everyone is going to register for this course. And I definitely make my efforts to make this course as interactive. Thank you everyone for joining. We'll share one Google form link for the feedback. So I request everyone to post your feedbacks on that form so that you can get the material as well. Thank you everyone once again. Bye bye. Take care.